What's up, and Sleepy Savage Legs Media, and thank you for joining us. We're here to bring you everything that's happened so far with the cyclocross season. We're gonna try to update you and bring you all of the races that have happened. But today, this video is being brought to you by Think Rider. It's the trainer that I use, and also, Savage Legs Media. If you want to get a jersey, check them out right here. But before we get started, let's just do this really quick. Let's pay the bills, and then we'll get on with the video. So this is what the weather's like. Trying to think, what am I gonna do? And that was it. And yeah, Think Rider. So let's get into the video. What happened so far this season? It's been a really interesting season, and what we need to start off with is who won the first. So we start off with the first, which is exact course, and Zach Cross was Johan Washer. Who is Johan Washer? So basically, I'm just gonna bring you all of the results of the first few events, and the last few events I will go into detail as to what happened. But this is the first event. The date, don't have the date, sorry, but this was I think it was like the fourth of November, September, something like that. It was early in the year. Apologies for that, but this is one of the earlier races. And you had Joran Washer, who rides for Kralin Cordiden, and then you had Lauren Schwack, who rides for the same team, followed by Michael Van Torenhart. That was the first event for the year. And then the second race, the second event or race that happened was, and we need to bring him up. Oh, in the sorry, the ladies event. Sorry, ladies, I mean to do you like that? But then also at the exact course was the winner was Inga Vanderheiden, and she was followed by Anik van Alphen in second place, and then Alice Frank in third place. And I do apologize for the noise behind you. Some people just noisy. So the cleaning lady's here, and she's doing what she needs to do. But it is what it is. So then that was the exact course out. So I'm going to bring you the men's and the ladies of each event. So that was the results from that event, and then in the next event, which was the Kermes, uh, and as you can see who the winner was, it's a Kermes Aduo, pronouncing trouble pronouncing that name, and then you had Tone Arts, who was the winner on the day, and this is Tone Arts. Tone Arts was missing for 2 years because he suffered a suspension due to banned substances, but these things happen. So we had Tone Arts, who was the winner on that day, followed by Michael Van Toornhart, and then Joran Wischer, who was in third place. And then in the ladies, we had the same event. We had Lucinda Brand taking the ladies event, and she's been really dominant so far this season. But then you had Maria Norbert Riveroli, who's the current Belgian national champion in cyclocross, and then Inga van der Harden again. So you've seen some of the same ladies that are in the top three, but the some of the top riders are showing up. Like I've been seeing, oh my, what is her name? She rides for Elverson. But anyway, I apologize for that. But we've seen some of the top ladies, but not all of the top ladies have shown up. Apologies for that ding dong there. So then the next uh, race up would have been the exact course again, and then Let's get rid of Lucinda. Next race would have been the exact course. And your men's winner was Toon Vanderbush. Kraylin Corderden, and I believe that's how you say it. His name is Kraylin Corderden, and he won that event. And then it was followed by Victor Vanderput. So it was Vanderput, not Veb, sorry. And then Niels, and it's weird. They spelled the name differently, but they spelled the name. I think it's pronounced the same, but they've spelled it slightly. One's put spaces in his name and the other hasn't. I have no idea. But that was the men's event. That's how the men's event went. And then in the ladies, we have Lucinda Brand again taking the ladies event. And Lucinda Brand is going to be a force to be reckoned with. It's going. I see. It's going to be pretty difficult to beat her because she is definitely one of the ladies to beat. But saying that, some of the other young ladies that have come into the sport are looking really strong and challenging her, as you are going to see by the results that I post up. And then we go to onto the super prestige. And you had Michael Van Toornhout, who was for a minute was just looking like this is going to be his season and he's going to be really dominant. So this is him after like basically back-to-back wins, and you can see Michael Van Toornhout. He was the winner, followed by Joris Nieuwenhuis, and then Niels Vanderput. And these guys are usually battling out all through the season on a normal basis anyway. So I apologize if you hear any like noises in the background. I do apologize. And then in the ladies, you had uh, winning that it was a Maria Norbert Ribeiroli. It was a fantastic result for her in the Belgian national champion jersey. So yeah, she's a strong rider, but it's she's like hit and miss. You can't tell what she's gonna do or how she's gonna be, but she shows up and she takes care of the business. And Sarah Casasola from Italy, she's just like a revelation. She got really close last year, a lot of seconds and thirds, but she's second again on this day. And Amandine Friquet, I believe she is French, and she was uh, third on the day. Then we go on to the next event, which is crazy. Is a favorite of mine who won the next event. And let me just pull up. You're going to see his name first anyway. It's Kamiko Knock, I believe that's the event. The Kamiko, I think it's Kamiko Knock Van Warden, and which was won by Felipe Orts, followed by a favorite rider of mine, Pim Ranha, and then a youngster who was in third place was Yenti Mikkels, who I think he's riding in the pro ranks for the first time. I think he did some pro races last year, but he was still doing under 23. I think he still is under 23. I'm not quite sure. I have to check that, but like he's showing up to every race and he's mixing it up, and he's really good. Looking forward to what he's going to be bringing in the future. So, and then in the ladies, we have uh, Fem Van Empel. Now, Fem Van Empel, like she's been going through some stuff, and she Visma Lisa like acknowledged some stuff where she is basically battling the pressure of everyone expecting her to win, to do well, to be dominant, and it's just taking a toll on her. She pulled out of the Koppenberg race just recently. It's the Ordinad. It's in Ordinad, but it's known for the Koppenberg because it's the big climb that they have to do, big couple climb. But she did 2 laps, and then she pulled out. But in this race, the Kirk, the Kirk Knock Van Warden, why is that spelled different? I made a mistake. So it's supposed to be Kamika Van Warden. Also, she won that event. So it looked like a fan. But if you watch Fan Ample, she just hasn't looked like the femme of last year at all. She's looked a shadow of herself. And then we go on to the exact course, uh, which is the next event. The next event, which is the exact course, and the men, which was won by Joran Nieuwenhuis once again. Sorry, bring his picture up. And he rides for Ridley. He rides for the same team as Felipe Orts, but Felipe Orts' jersey is different because he's the national champion. So Felipe Orts and they both ride for the same team, so that different jerseys may get you mixed up. But Joris Nieuwenhuis, he won the the uh, he won the exact cross in Herdestan, which was second place by Pim Runhe again, and third place by Jordi Corsus was third place, and then in the ladies in the exact course we had uh, Van Empel again. So she went back to back with those wins, and it was looking like, okay, Fem's gonna do some things. But as I said earlier, she did have some issues, and in second was Aniek van Alpen, and then you had Leonie Bentfield in third place. And remember, please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and so we could keep doing this. And then we go on to the first X2O trophy. This is the Ordinard race in the Koppenberg, the men's race. And your winner was definitely one of my favorite riders, one of the up and coming riders. It's crazy because his dad won this race, I believe, like 7 times, and this was his second time winning this race. So as you can see, he's on the Koppenberg. It's a cobbled climb, but then they take a right turn off of the cobbled climb and they zigzag down a muddy off camber. So they're riding off camber a lot. uh like, it's wider than single track, but I mean the crashes and the accidents on there are pretty spectacular. So this is Thibaut Nice, uh, fantastic young rider. I think he's going to be fabulous on the road, and I think he's going to also continue to be explosive on the cyclocross scene. He's finding his legs and everything, but cyclocross is a tough sport, and you can't be on unless you're Matthew Vanderpool, but it's sort of hard to be on top of things week in and week out. And then we go on to the ladies winner, and it's a name that you've seen before, and it's Lucinda Brand. Lucinda Brand was your winner for the Koppenberg, and this was a tough race. This is a tough race. This was the race where Femme Van Empel, she was like she didn't even start that well. She sort of started like maybe 10 from the front, going up to Koppenberg. She really didn't attack it. She wasn't at the front riding out like she usually does. She did 1 lap. I believe something happened on the first lap. She rode again. She changed bikes. Oh, is that, yeah, someone rode into the back of her derailleur or something like that, and this it messed up the gearing, so she changed bikes. Then when after she changed bikes, she just got off the bike, and I believe that was in the next race, if I'm right. But she the camera was on Fen, and the they were asking like, "Do you want to continue?" And Fen was like, "Nope, I am done," and she called it a day. So I've never seen Fen pull out of a race, so that was pretty amazing to see. So like I said, she cited that it's been a tough season, and like not just this season, but seasons, and then also she also rides on the road as well too. So there's a lot of pressure on her. So but and not taking away from the winners, Celia Garay, I believe it's Garay. See, it's not great. Garay. It was second, and then Sarah Casasola was third on the day. And then in the X2O, the next X2O event, we have Joris Nieuwenhuis uh, winning once again, followed by Michael Van Toornhart, and then Mike Niels Van der Put was in third place. I'm missing a race because Sarah Casasola, she did win a race, but I don't have that result. So apologies for that one for Sarah Casasola. And this was the X2 cross. This was an amazing race. It started off like, like really fast. Michael Van Toornart was at the front for quite some time, and he rode hard. But Joris like took his time, lap by lap, clawed back Van Toornhout, and then once he got up to him with about 2 laps to go, he put in a big attack, and then that was all she wrote. And he rode away, and he won solo pretty convincingly. It was a good win for him, a good win for Ridley Bikes, looking good. So that's 3 wins not on the track, but 3 wins for them this season so far. So, and then in the ladies, the final uh, name you've seen quite a few times is Lucinda Brand. She is just she is just like dominant right now. Like Alvar is coming Alvarado. Even if she comes back, I don't even know if she'll be able to. But those she's one of the main riders who's missing is Carmen Alvarado, and then also Park Peterson. Park Peterson, she rides the road, she rides cyclocross, and she also does mountain bike. So she does quite a bit. So you won't see Park Peterson right away because she obviously has the rest of the body. You just can't keep going and do it all nonstop like that. So that's all your results so far up to now, and try to uh, bring you like the report should be shorter after this, and it will be like after each event, and I could go more into depth as to how the race events went. And that race that Joran Nieuwenhuis won, Thibaut Nice, he had a horrible race. That race, he uh, had bike changes, had crashes. This it wasn't a good day for him. It just didn't go well. So after winning on the Koppenberg at the Ordinate, then yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how things went. But anyway, this has been Ennis Libby, Say With Your Legs Media. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna try to continue to bring you all of the updates on all of the our riders and how they're going so far this cyclocross season. And remember, if you want to train indoors because it is winter time and you don't want to be out in that weather, it's only one way to go. Get on your Think Rider, baby. Think Rider is just the way to go. So this is what the weather's like. Trying to think, what am I gonna do?